You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind.
Mind and intellect, opening and expanding your consciousness, your intelligence.
Jeremy, is it you? Jeremy, why don't you speak? Jeremy, in God's name, speak!
Don't be alarmed. The woman who just screamed is perfectly quiet now, as sure as my name is Boris Karloff. You see, she's been dead for nearly 100 years. Her bed is empty, and whatever it was that frightened her so seems to be gone. Seems to be. But I can tell you this much. That bed won't be empty much longer, and other screams will soon be heard. Whose? Perhaps yours, or those who will join us here. Mr. Rip Torn, Miss Patricia Barry, Mr. Richard Anderson, and, well, it seems the rest of our cast cannot be raised. They're dead, you know. But spend a night with us in the Purple Room, if you dare. Let me assure you, my friends, this is a thriller.
In willing the house to you, dear brother, I am hopeful that you will fall under the spell of it, as I did when first I saw it and knew I must possess it.
Well, I'm sorry, I'll have to disappoint him there. My only interest in that property is to dispose of it as soon as possible for a profit.
You haven't heard the terms. Should you decide, after one night under the roof of Black Oak, that you do not choose to take up residence there, the estate will pass to our beloved cousin Rachel Judson and her husband Oliver, who have been my guests, confidants, and faithful companions during these years of my life at Black Oak, and who cherish it as I do.
Just a minute, does that mean I can't sell the house?
After a period of 1 year's residence, you will be free to dispose of the estate in any manner you see fit. But I believe that by that time, only death would part you from it, as it has finally parted me from Black Oak. You recognize your brother's signature, of course.
Yes, but I don't understand. You say that I have to live in the house for 1 year before I can sell it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you also say I have to decide if I will live in it after only one night.
Your brother felt that one night would be sufficient to make your decision. He wanted you to feel as he felt about the place. You see, he fell in love with Black Oak at first sight. But some people are repelled by their first impressions of it.
Well, it'll take a lot to repel me. I happen to know that that property is in the middle of an area to be developed by Moreland Enterprises. I'll sit it out a year if I have to.
Then I take it you'll be leaving for Baton Rouge within a week or so.
Well, I'll leave tonight. There's nothing to keep me here.
Do you like it, Duncan?
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Cousin Rachel, but yes, I like it very much.
Then it's all that you expected, eh?
Exactly. I must admit that you two come as a pleasant surprise. I don't know what I was expecting. Something out of Charles Addams, I guess.
Well, we'll accept that as a compliment, but wherever did you get that impression?
Well, when Everett bought the house, he described it to me in a letter, and then later he wrote me that you two were staying here, and I suppose I simply extended the description of the house to include you.
Well, we're not quite that old. I'll get the bags. Unless, of course, you'll change your mind and spend the night in a hotel.
I'm here. I might as well get it over with.
You make it sound as if you think it's going to be an ordeal.
Well, now, let's be honest, Cousin Rachel. You know, those stories you were telling me down from the station weren't exactly meant to reassure me.
Oh, come now, Duncan. Well, look, all of that is part of the fun of having an old house. It's history, it's secrets, all those ghosts. You inherit those with the house.
I mean, of course, neither one of you would have any idea of attempting to scare me out before the morning.
Well, now, why would we do a thing like that?
Well, Oliver, I just happen to have a nasty mind, and I can't help remembering that if I decide not to stay here, that the place will belong to you.
You think it means that much to us?
Well, it'd mean that much to me to hold on to it. You know, this place is going to be worth a lot of money in the next couple of years, as you both know.
If you'd given us a bit more notice, we would have had the electricity turned on.
Uh-huh. Oh, you don't believe us? I suppose you think we arranged it this way to make things a little more difficult for you.
Well, Oliver, I'm certain I'd do the same thing if I were in your position.
Oh, my, you do have a nasty mind.
Why, thank you, Rachel. Well, it doesn't matter. I can explore this place in the morning. All I need now is a room.
This way. We closed the house after Everett's death. I'm afraid the only bed that's made up is in the Purple Room. Of course, you wouldn't like that one.
Oh, is that a challenge? The Purple Room, by all means.
Duncan, there's nothing that you have to prove here. It's very easy to change the bedding from one room to the other.
Well, listen, I don't want to put you to any trouble, and I'm certain it'd be much more difficult for you if I didn't stay in the Purple Room.
Here it is.
Welcome home.
After you. Oh, a nice place to visit.
But you wouldn't want to die here.
Will you hold that just a moment?
Oh, sure.
I still don't have any matches.
Oh, perhaps you'd like to borrow my lighter.
Oh, no, the can will be fine until I go to bed, and then, well, I never smoke before breakfast, and I never sleep with the lights on.
You mean you're actually going to sleep here?
Well, if you don't keep me awake.
Well, we told you we can't spend the night.
Oh, yes, that's right. You did tell me that, didn't you? Will you excuse me just a moment, please? You know, they say that these old Victorian mansions are just riddled with secret passageways, but in case anyone thinks of popping out of some panel during the night, I'll welcome them with this.
Now, look, that's going entirely too far.
Put that thing away.
Well, I think it's only fair that any ghost within sound of my voice should be advised of my intention.
My good fellow, if what is haunting this house is something human, you'll be doing a favor to everyone in the district if you put a few bullets in it. If not...
If not what, Oliver?
If not, you've done everything you can to announce your antagonism, your lack of sympathy to them. At the outset, you've been smug and provocative.
I'm not afraid of dying if they're not.
Would you please stop waving that thing around?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't want you to be concerned over me. And will you please tell any ghosts you happen to meet on the way out?
Ghosts only appear to those who are fool enough to believe in them. And those who are fool enough not to.
Any other words of comfort in parting?
Well, at least let's all part as friends. Let's have a drink.
I would love a drink.
So would I.
We can drink to the success of the living over the dead. Duncan? Oliver? Cheers.
Just a moment. If you don't mind, let's exchange glasses.
You think we were trying to drug you?
Well, I just can't help judging others by myself, and I'm sure if I were you that I'd slip something in the drink to slow the reflexes and stimulate the imagination.
Come on, Oliver. Humor him. Now?
So this is where it's happened, huh? Nearly 100 years ago.
If you believe it, it started right in that bed.
Well, what's your version, Oliver?
That was their bed. Captain Jeremy Ransom and his wife Caroline, his bride of only 7 days. They were alone in the house, as people on a honeymoon prefer to be. But in the middle of the night, Caroline awoke, hearing the sound of footsteps on the floor below. Caroline was terrified. But Jeremy, hardened by years of war, didn't know the meaning of fear. If a prowler had gotten in, he'd throw him out bodily. He started for the door. Caroline begged him not to leave her there alone. So Jeremy stopped, and then he went to the mantel and took down his pistol, loaded it, and put it into her hands. If the fellow should slip past him, penetrate the bedroom, Jeremy told her to shoot and shoot to kill. And then he went out to the stairs. He took no light to warn the prowler and started down the stairs slowly, searching. There in the bed, Caroline waited, clutching the gun. She waited and waited till she wanted to scream. Instead, she hardly breathed. She heard nothing, nothing at all. She just waited. She began to pray. And then she heard it. The footsteps again, coming up the stairs. But they weren't his footsteps, not her husband's, not Jeremy's. They shuffled, dragged, groped, fumbled, coming closer, closer, reaching the door. They started in. She couldn't see who or what it was moving toward her out of the dark. Her fingers tightened on the gun. She cried out, "Jeremy, is it you?" There was no answer. So she fired, point blank, again and again at the shape. She heard a moan, then a fall. And she lit the candle. And then she began to scream. And scream. And scream.
Is that the punchline?
When the servants found them, Caroline was raving mad. Jeremy was lying in a pool of blood at the foot of the bed, a knife buried in his chest. He had been stabbed by the prowler. And then he forced his way up those stairs, step by step, unable to speak, more dead than alive, to get help from Caroline. Instead, his bride had shot him dead. She never regained her sanity.
Well, it's no joke to lose a husband like that, especially one you like.
It's all in the old newspaper files in Baton Rouge. Perhaps you'd like to check on it in the morning.
Oh, why wait till morning? Won't I be able to check it out tonight with old Captain Jeremy himself? Or do you think maybe he's going to take the night off? You know, after all he's been through, maybe he's going to be a bit gun-shy.
Duncan, I have had enough of your smirky superiority and bad manners. You can believe what you like. This place is all yours. And everything it contains. Let's go, Rachel. And, you'd better lock this. Keeps out the draft.
What, back so soon? Well, make yourselves at home, dear cousins. We have a long night ahead of us. Now, what would brave Captain Jeremy have done, huh? Oh, yes, started down the stairs to investigate? Well, not me. I've had a long trip. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm sorry. You hear me? Listen, why don't you just give it up and forget it? I'm going to be here for the night. Oh, come on, knock it off. That sort of thing went out with bustles and buggy whips. Ah, the old creaking stair. That's truly a creative touch. But don't you have a squeaking door? Surely you must have a good old squeaking door around the place. There All right, if you have nothing further to offer me, I'm about to get me some sleep. I'm sorry, I can't say the same for you. First, one little more nightcap. Sure you won't join me? No? Pity. Oh, we have the rapping noises, the rapping sounds. Oh, fine, fine. Have your fun. I want the whole familiar routine. I want rapping sounds, sudden gust of wind, musty odors. You haven't forgotten the musty odors, have you? Hey, you did put something in that drink, didn't you? Well, I won't do you any good! Barbiturates have no effect on me. No effect at all. There, you see? I'm better. I told you it wouldn't work. Even Novocaine doesn't do the job on me. Unless I let it. It is simply a matter of willpower. Now, either you let it or you don't let it. That was a cheap trick. You could at least let me get my cigarette lit. Oh, Ed. What the devil you put in the drink, huh? I warn you! Too many people know where I am. Too many people. Anything happens to me, you'll be the first. You'll be the first, I suspect. Oh, what a head. All right, I came out of it just in time. Oh. All right, you didn't have to pick the lock, you know. I would have let you in. Why didn't you knock, huh? I'm all right again. I'm on my feet, and I've got the gun. All right, that's enough. That's enough! Do you hear me? All right, I know you're there. And I want to tell you, I have stopped thinking this is funny. I'm not very amused. Oliver? All right, Rachel. All right, whatever you are, Jeremy, Caroline. All right, look at this gun. You see it? Yeah, you can see it. Don't you think I won't use it? All right, Oliver, Jeremy, Rachel, Caroline. I'm going to shoot the first thing that moves. Animal, vegetable, mineral, or what have you. All right. All right. All right. That does it. From now on, I take no responsibility for what happens. All right, I hear you. I hear you over there. Now, look. Hey, I don't want to shoot you, but you're pushing this too far. I see you now. I see you. Now, look, don't make me do it. All right, come on, get it. Oh, give me credit. I figured you right, didn't I, Oliver? It is Cousin Oliver, isn't it? Well, of course it has to be. I mean, Rachel wouldn't be caught dead in that nightgown. What is that? A knife in your chest? Huh? That's very clever. That's a very clever idea for a tie pin. I might merchandise that. All right, Oliver, let's just knock it off. The party's over. I'm not gonna scare. All right, let's just take off the mask and we'll have our little laugh. All right, that's close enough, Oliver. I mean it. Stay back. Rachel, call him off. Listen, if you're here, listen, use your head. I'm not afraid of your comic opera ghost, but I am afraid I'm going to have to kill him. I'll kill him. All right, Oliver, don't. Look, Oliver. Jeremy. No, stop it. I mean what I say. Look. If you think I'm gonna let you put those hands on me, you just... All right, what are they? What do you got there, some kind of glove? Oh, stop it. Please, stop it.
Rachel? Rachel! Come here, quick! He's dead.
His cigarettes. I'll bet you forgot his cigarettes.
I did not. I put them in his pocket. You never give me credit for anything.
There's one thing I'll give you credit for. The whole idea. Such an obvious, childish, transparent stunt. Well, even Duncan saw straight through it before it even got off the ground.
Oh, yes? Well, if he was so smart, why did he have a heart attack? Why didn't you tell us you had a weak heart?
He didn't know. Don't talk to him like that. Gives me the creeps.
No, don't put him in the luggage. I want him in the front seat.
If you think I'm going to sit in the front seat with him sitting between us,
It's not necessary for you to come along at all, you know.
if you think I intend to stay in that house
Listen.
alone after what's happened, you're...
Would you stop this debate? I'm holding the heavy end. Get out. No need to get your feet wet.
And please be careful. I don't want anything to happen to my car.
Now, that's the quality I fell in love with. Tenderness.
Forgot to turn off the lights.
My dear girl, if a man has a heart attack while driving to Baton Rouge and runs off the road in a dead condition, he'd hardly consider turning off the lights just to keep your battery from running down.
Hurry it up, can't you? I'm getting a chill.
Well, I'll be getting double pneumonia if I don't get my feet dry.
Oliver,
What?
do we have to go back to that house tonight?
Certainly, that's the whole idea. Now, we picked Duncan up at the station, drove him out to Black Rock. He took a look around, decided he wanted to stay at the hotel. We were tired, gave him the car, and we stayed on.
I dare say we are committed to that story now.
Right. It wouldn't do for us to be anywhere close to him when it happened. It might arouse suspicion.
Suspicion? No, but you yourself said that we haven't committed any crime.
Yes, but we profit by what's happened. If anybody would think that perhaps we might have deliberately scared him to death.
Don't say such a thing. Don't even suggest it.
I'm sorry, darling. I realize how delicate you are. Now, come on. If we go this way, we'll be home in 10 minutes.
Oh. Oliver,
What?
I'd give up the whole thing right now. The property, the profit, all of it. If only I didn't have to spend another night in that house.
What? After sticking with Everett all these years?
I mean it, Oliver. I'm afraid to go back there.
Darling, you are so wonderfully impractical. Next thing you know, you'll be believing it's haunted, too.
It is. Now?
Come on. before someone finds us here. Now, will you stop all this nonsense? We know this house inside out. If there are any ghosts knocking about, I'm sure we'd have stirred one up before tonight.
Before tonight, we never did anything to stir one up.
Well, that's a fine, enlightened statement.
Oliver.
What?
Oliver, please, I know I'm being foolish and female, but please humor me. We've always felt the same about things before. Don't you feel something different tonight?
Of course I do. We've been through a harrowing experience. It went far beyond anything we intended. But it's over and it's finished and that's the end of it.
No, I never gave any more credence to that story about Jeremy Ransom and what's her name, Carolyn, any more than you did. Not until tonight. But when I was waiting downstairs, watching Duncan, and you in that silly outfit, I swear I was almost as frightened as he was.
I always knew that I should have been on the stage.
No, Oliver. No, it wasn't you. Or him. It was if somebody else was in that room. Some other presence. Didn't you feel it at all?
Of course. I was scared stiff. But not of the bullets. I knew I'd switched them to blanks after he passed out. But what I was really afraid of was that he'd figure that out and come after me with a fireplace poker or something.
Then you didn't feel it. As if Jeremy Ransom and Caroline were in that room. Backing you up. Egging you on.
The man had a stroke. A heart attack. There's no way in the world that we can be blamed for this. There are no signs of violence in the body, no stab wounds, no bullet wounds.
You sound so cold-blooded.
Well, you're making my blood cold with this infernal...
Oliver, please. Please, let's not quarrel. Not tonight. Not tonight of all nights.
I'm sorry. We're all on edge. Everything will look different in daylight.
Yes. I guess there isn't anything to do now, but wait. Wait for the daylight. Oliver, wake up.
What? What? Huh?
Wake up.
Oh, Rachel, what now?
There's somebody downstairs.
Or something.
Oh, don't be a fool, Rachel.
What are you going to do?
I'm going downstairs to find out who's sulking about.
Don't you know?
What do you mean?
Oliver. It's Jeremy.
Oh, snap out of it, Rachel.
Oliver! Please don't leave me alone here. Please. No, Oliver.
Now, you hold on to this. And remember, they're not blanks this time.
Oliver, please don't go down there. Please, please don't.
Who's there? What do you want? Who are you? Now, I know there's someone in here. If you'll just tell me what you want, perhaps I can arrange for you to have it. I mean, there's no need for any mystery about this. I'm perfectly willing to...
I couldn't see you. I'm all right. Oh, thank heaven. Oh, thank heaven. I thought he killed you.
He didn't even touch me.
I had to shoot him, Oliver. I had to. He's dead. I killed him. I killed him.
Mr. Judson? That you, Mr. Judson? Ma'am? Are you all right?
Where did you come from?
Well, we heard the shots.
How did you get here so soon?
We found your wagon, ma'am, down by the bayou with some strange man. Fella said his name was Ransom, Jeremy Ransom. Was out of his head. Said someone was trying to kill him and his wife. So he run off, and we're looking for him. He come this way.
No. No. He's not here.
No? We just swore them shots come from upstairs there.
You were mistaken.
Maybe so, but I think we'd better have a look-see just the same.
No, there's nothing to see up there. There's nobody. There's nothing to see.
It's no use, Rachel. He's here, and they'll find him. And nobody will ever believe that it was all a mistake.
A mistake?
Yes. You see, we thought he was a prowler, a trespasser. You see, his name isn't Ransom. He's our cousin.
Cousin?
Our cousin Duncan. But you see...
Now, hold on, ma'am. I think you made a mighty big mistake, ma'am. I mean, if Everett left him the house like you meant to, I don't see how you could take him for a trespasser. I mean, it wasn't your house. Now, was it?
No, it wasn't. But it is now. All of it. This house. Everything in it. It's ours.
That's how much time you get if you're lucky. 75 years, 75 winters, 75 springtimes, 75 summers, and 75 autumns. When you look at it like that, it's not a lot of time, is it? Don't waste them. Get your head out of the rat race and forget about the superficial things that preoccupy your existence.
75 birthdays, 75 Christmases with your loved ones. That is all you have from God. You have to decide what is important in this moment, how you use your time wisely, because what you do creates your future, creates your tomorrow. Don't waste your time on bullshit. With the time God has given you, create your life, boost up your intellect, boost up your soul. That is giving you a chance to live a better life. God has given you time now. Don't waste your time on mindless television. Build up your intellect, your mind, your soul, your spirit. Open up your mind. Upgrade to IMFlix. Sign up to imflix.com. Change your life.